Hello there everybody, I'm Mr. Grandpa and this is Let's Play Banjo-Kazooie Part 2. Now before we get into gameplay itself, let me just explain the pause screen real quick. Down at the bottom we got a Jiggy that says 8 to it. That's how many Jiggies we have in this world. To the right, we have at the top a note that says how many notes we have in this world, an egg that says how many eggs we have, 2 different kinds of feathers, we have 0 of those right now, 4 Mumbo tokens, I'll be getting to that in a second, and 8 next to another Jiggy. This is how many Jiggies we have in total. Now every time you put a Jiggy into a puzzle, that takes away a Jiggy from this total. So anyway, that's nice. Then we have these things over here. We have view totals, which we have Mumbo's Mountain. This shows how many things we have in Mumbo's Mountain. Corntilda's Lair, we have 1 Jiggy there. And then Spiral Mountain, we have all the honeycomb pieces. Okay. Then help and options, that's not important. Leaderboards isn't important. Now achievements. As this is an Xbox 360 game, there are in fact achievements. Oh, that was just wonderful. Yes, there are achievements. I'll be getting into them as we do things that would relate to them. However, we have already done one. Basically, one of the achievements is to collect 2 Jiggies. Now, they give you 1 Jiggy for free at the very beginning, and so basically it comes down to collect 1 Jiggy. Not that hard to obtain. Okay. Now then, we'll be getting into an interesting Jiggy here in a second, and our first empty honeycomb piece outside of Spiral Mountain. Each world has 2 honeycomb pieces to obtain. So, you know, in every 3 worlds, you could potentially have an extra piece of health. Well, I don't have any stones, but I do have some eggs. Will that work? By the way, it will work, I just happened to miss. What the heck? Why is this? What's wrong with this? There we go. Alright, now you want to make sure that there's still 1 left before you go to grab the Jiggy. Because there's an empty honeycomb piece up here that you can't reach unless, well, you have 1 sitting there. Now, if you forget this and you grab the Jiggy right here, it's not like a big problem. It's not, you can still grab the empty honeycomb piece. All you have to do is leave the world and come back, and the guys will be there again. Now then, let's see here. Oh, I think I need to enter the termite hill real quick. If I don't need to enter, it'll be helpful in a second. There we go. Yes, Ticker's Tower. Oh, wait, there it is. That's my name. Alright, now you see, these slopes, they're too steep for even the Talon Trite to walk up. So that's why we'll be visiting Mumbo Jumbo here in a second. He's that guy that Banjo was really angry at in the intro. Alright, here we go. He's also the only shaman in the entire game. Indeed I do. Exactly enough. Alright, now before we actually do that, I'm going to collect these notes. And I'm going to mention that Mumbo always has an attic up here. Typically it'll be filled with some sort of a helpful item. Eggs, different kinds of feathers. Sometimes there are even notes hidden up here, so make sure to check the attic every opportunity you get. You'll never find something dangerous. Anyway, Mumbo doesn't appear in all the worlds, but the ones that he does appear in, he's always required to get at least 1 Jiggy. And thus we are a termite. Yes. I guess, wait, you said that you were the best. Well, I guess, considering there are none other, you would be default the best. Anyway, now this termite, he has much better traction than even Kazooie's Talon Trot, allowing us to do things like walk on this wall over here. Normally we wouldn't be able to walk on this wall, and it would be very difficult to get this empty honeycomb piece. Not impossible, mind you, but just very difficult. Now then, there's some notes down here. Technically, you could swim down here to get them, but it's easier to do it as a termite, since you have infinite oxygen. Now, you cannot attack as a termite, so you better just avoid enemies. Anyway, now with the termite's better traction, the thing that you really need the termite for is the termite mound over here. Really, it isn't so much a mound as it is a giant tower. But regardless, we'll be walking up this. Now, even with the termite's traction, this can still be kind of tricky due to the camera angle, and the fact that you might hit a ceiling here or something. Oh, made it. Good. Good. Alright, got all the notes. Yeah, he's jealous of my shorts. Thank you, Bottles. It's much appreciated. Alright. And this guy wants my backpack, so yeah. Even if you are their same species, the other termites will still try to murder your face off. Let's try to get this one up without falling off. There we go. Now in this game, you take fall damage as Banjo and Kazooie, but I don't believe that any of your other forms do. Heck yeah, got the 10th Jiggy. And thus, this little chime happens. As you can see, no fall damage. Now there is a good reason why you want to do the things as the termite last. Because that Jiggy that appeared from the Witch Switch last episode, well, you're going to need the termite form to get to it. I'll demonstrate this shortly. So you see, we have Mumbo's Mountain up here. And even the termite has a hard time climbing this slope, so yeah, no getting up there any other way. Oh, and then there's this termite. Yeah, he wants my shorts again. Anyway, you can't walk too far away from the world where you get a transformation. Or else, well, this'll happen. Yep. Can't stay that way forever. Now, there's a reason a termite is here whenever he wasn't here before. You see, whenever you go into a world for the first time, various enemies found in that world will suddenly appear around the area, around the hub world. Alright, so, with Mumbo's Mountain completely complete, we're moving onward. And there's Grundy explaining what I just explained. Alright, now here's the first note door that we encounter. Oh yes, quite powerful. Yep. Well, fortunately, we have double what we need here. And victory is ours. Let's move onward. Yeah. So anyway, going down this staircase is something kind of important. We have this pot right here. And yeah, that's how the magic cauldrons work. Whenever I find one that turns pink like that, I'll be able to jump in it and warp between the two quite easily. These shortcuts are very important later on in the game. Now then, here we have another puzzle piece section. I'm just gonna press the bumper, or the trigger here, or I can't do that yet. I don't know how you do that in the N64 version, but it doesn't matter. I've never used that function anyway. So there we have it. You should be able to press the Z button, or one of the trigger buttons to put them all in. He tells you about that later, though, whenever, well, there are more pieces to put in. Okay, so here we have a few things that we can do. Let's go down this pipe first. We have an enemy in here somewhere. Yes, there he is. The camera angle going out of that pipe is kind of hard to work with. And then we have another magic pot. This one is a brownish color. so we can't warp between it and the pink one. But it'll be important too later on. Alright, now let's just go down a little bit. To this area. Now if you ever see a door with this face on it... One second, let me go in the first person view here. Yeah, with this face on it, you know that it'll send you to a room that has a world entrance. Just something I thought that you people would like to know. Anyway, let's start up World 2, Treasure Trove Cove! One of my personally favorite worlds. Treasure Trove Cove is pretty darn awesome. Yes, 2 new moves, very important moves they are. Now, the water here is very dangerous. And it's because this guy, he is a shark, and he wants to bite your brains out. Or really any part of your body. And there we go. That Jinjo, he can be kind of annoying to grab. Normally these crabs take 2 hits to beat, but if you do the Beak Buster on him, they take 1. Alright, now I'm gonna go ahead and take out the boss of this world, because he doesn't have nearly as many Jiggies related to him. I found everything without your help, buddy. Alright, so Nipper, you can't hurt him with your eggs, as you can see here. Now, you have to hit him in the eyes, like this. Meaning that only Kazooie can hit him. Because this attack, yeah, that's not gonna work. Neither is your rolling attack, because, you know, his eyes are kind of elevated. But anyway, this is incredibly easy. Attacking him basically bounces you out of his range anyway. Well, now that he's gone into his shell, we just enter his shell, which has a lot of water in it for some reason. Now, Nipper himself, he didn't do any damage to me, which is very nice. But I typically get hurt by the crabs inside his shell, which we will see momentarily. Yes, I get hurt by these guys more often than I get hurt by him. Of course, I can just afford to not get hit by anything. That works too. And thus, our first Jiggy for this world has been obtained. Let's move on. Now, something that I would like to mention while I have a moment to do it is that I absolutely love this soundtrack. Grant Kirkhope, the creator of this music, did an amazing job with this stuff. He really knows what he's doing. Get some notes on these trees over here. Alright. Now, I'm gonna learn one of the 2 new moves, which will be very important. Very, very, very. In fact, it'll deal with red feathers! I'm a red feather! I help Kazooie fly! When she knows how. Now that's just the thing. They're calling Kazooie a she. I did not ever realize whenever I kid that Kazooie was a girl. It took me forever to figure that out. Yep. Alright, so we got 25 red feathers given to us by bottles. Grab this Jinjo real quick. Very easy to grab. Grab these notes. Now, we won't be flying quite yet. I just wanted to get learning the move out of the way. There'll be a lot of stuff that we'll be doing first. Well, that's no good. A pirate without his treasure is like a hamster without fur. You can't swim, of course. Why can't pirates ever swim? Alright, let's just climb this really quick and grab another Mumbo token. Now let me just tell you, you won't have a shortage of Mumbo tokens. The last time I played this game, I was able to get all the transformation and still have 20 Mumbo tokens left. And I was still finding some. I wasn't picking them up at that point, but I was still finding some. They give out a lot of extra Mumbo tokens. Especially in the last world, but we'll get there when we get there. Now then, there will be gold somewhere in this room. Ah, there it is, down the corner. Now in this game, you see that those little blue honeycombs over there to the side. That's my oxygen meter. It will, of course, gradually decrease as I keep swimming underwater. If that completely empties, you die immediately. The sequel was a little bit different. After the oxygen meter depleted, you would move on and start losing health instead. But not here, you just die. Alright, so here we have another Mumbo token. Mumbo doesn't actually appear in this stage, but they're just preparing you for the next time he appears. Which won't be in the next stage either, actually, but it'll be later on. And it'll cost a decent number of Mumbo tokens, actually. Alright, let's just grab the rest of this gold here. Alright, he lost about... He lost about 12 gold bars in all this. I'd imagine that is a fine sum of money. There we go. Thank you, trading off gold for gold. Spin, 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 and spin he does. Oh dear. Alright, second Jiggy in this world. It's going a little bit slower, but not too bad. Now these guys are called Yum-Yums. They take 2 hits if you're trying to roll into them. And if they hit you, not only do you lose HP, but you drop eggs and feathers as well. We'll be going to that island eventually, but not quite yet. Yes, the shock jump screech. That's how you do it. And I've learned all the moves. Alright, so let's take a look at this. Boing. And another Mumbo token. Alright, let's get that Jinjo over there, shall we? Just launch! And again! The pink Jinjo is mine! Alright, now let's get these notes over here. Notes are very important after all. Gotta collect them all! Actually, you only need to collect, like, 890, but that's aside the point. And then we'll find another Jiggy over here. Very nice of them. Gonna get all the Jiggies, man. All of them. Alright. You can also do it like this. Jump away from the pad and then bounce back up. Oh yeah. What a combination of moves that was. A shock spring jump, then the flap jump, then a beak buster. All to beat one guy and get a couple notes. Now then, there's these treasure chests. Jumping into them can be kind of tricky. Don't hold whichever direction you would be pressing to go into them constantly. Only hold it after you've gone over the teeth. Because if you don't, you'll end up running into the teeth while trying to get into the thing. Okay, so, whoa, hello there, Yum-Yum. You get away from me. Next thing I'm gonna do, which will probably end off the video, is I'm gonna try to get this empty honeycomb piece. Kinda dangerous, considering it's out in the water with the shark, and he's trying to intercept me. How about you get away from me, buddy? Okay, don't. Fine, we'll just have it that way. Just wait for a moment, he'll disappear. There we go. Back to the shoreline! How about I don't just wait there and I go back to the shore? Going back is actually easier than going out. Alright, folks, well, with that done, I believe this will be the end of the video. I've been Mr. Grandpie, and tune in next time for part 3 of Let's Play Banjo-Kazooie. See you later!